How's it going, everybody? Rob right here today, and we are back with our Philadelphia Flyers franchise mode here in off-season number 3, ready to get it underway. Missing the playoffs for the first time, actually. So the first 2 seasons we made the playoffs. This last one, we missed it. I also want to say sorry I was gone for so long. My voice was just not good, and I wasn't feeling good. And I didn't want to subject you guys to some awful audio from my voice. Instead, giving you the nice sultry tones of my modern voice. But here we go. Let's go ahead and jump into it here. We are up at the draft in an offseason where, well, we got to see what we're going to do, right? Bobby Brink was supposed to be a savior for us. He turned out to be solid, right? I mean, 84 overall. He put up 33 points in 73 games, so he really didn't do much better than last season. And we did change coaches in the middle of last season as well. We went out and acquired Blake Wheeler, who honestly was really, really good for us. Actually insane for us, but ultimately he's 38 and we're not going to bring him back. Jonathan Drouin, Konechny, Couturier continue to lead the way. Those guys might make up a first line for us, and I believe that they can be a very solid first line, but we'll have to see who's out there in free agency. If we take a look at, who do we want to bring back? We obviously want to bring back Konechny. He wants 3 years at $6 million. I feel like I might be able to get him at 5.75, just a little bit under 6. Konechny, that makes sense to me, right? We'd have 20 million in cap space still. We'll offer him that contract there because the X Factor's helping. Carter Hart still has another couple years left on his $3 million deal, as well as Hunter Jones, our new backup goaltender, which we acquired from Buffalo, is now going to actually be signed in. But he's going to be our backup goaltender if we take a look at in the system. It's still Thompson and Ersson. Vinny was just a shot on a goalie that just didn't really pan out. Defenseman, Provorov, Sanheim, Korchinski up to an 82. It's starting to look a little bit worse here on the back end, though. Ryan Ellis is down to an 80 overall. Hasn't quite retired yet and still has 3 years left on that $6.1 million deal. That's going to be one that's going to be tough. Buying him out is probably not an option because I do not want to have, I don't know what it is, like six years worth of 2/3 of the contract left. So I don't know, just trying to do quick math. But Wiley here, Wyatt Wiley, who we signed, could be maybe a good 7th defenseman. In the system, we have Jet Wu, who's obviously going to be in the NHL next year as a defensive defenseman. Fits everywhere. Well, that's for the AHL. But taking a look at the forwards, which is probably where we want to focus on the most, we have some pretty interesting names down here. Haltonen, and we called up Lehman, actually. So he's on the main roster. Taking a look at Lehman here, 78 at 20. I really want to see him take a jump. Him and Haltonen, I was really hoping that they'd, carry the future of this franchise, and they just, both of them seem to be not doing it for us. But as far as picks, we've got the 9th overall pick and then 8th overall in the second round. Obviously, we got jumped by, I believe, the San Jose Sharks. They went from 10 to 2. Wish that could have been us. That would have been awesome. That was what we needed, but we've got plenty of picks to help turn the future of this franchise around. Maybe I'll take a look at some trade blocks. But we have Maddox Flood, I keep calling him Maxime, who's a really good power play, terrible penalty kill, and solid everywhere else. He's got really good fit with a lot of players. Frost, not so much, but Provorov, Drouin, Couturier, even Konechny, I'd say. Farabee, Sanheim, Brink, not so much, but Hayes, Risto. He's a good head coach, and I don't think I want to switch him and just keep churning through coaches. I don't think that'd be very realistic. But taking a look at the draft class, is there a reason that we should move up in the draft? I don't think so. I think we'd probably go after a guy like Emmanuel Hunter, a sniper. He's 3 years away, they say. 2 years away from Marcel Bourdon, but he is a two-way forward, and I don't know if I want more two-way forwards. He might have an X factor, so we'll see. But then there's Jordan Gavin here, who's got A+ shooting as a playmaker. Wow. Okay, he's 2 years away, potentially. Carry, shoot, efficient balance behind the net. I like that a lot with make it. We may be looking at Jordan Gavin here, so definitely somebody that I want to look out for. Taking a look through here. Scouting did not go well this season. We don't really have much of anybody. There is a goaltender here with potential X factors that we could snatch up with our second round pick. Might be something I want to do. We've currently got scouting going on still. Obviously, it's not going to matter because tomorrow is the draft. But we're going to jump into it right now. Advance the day. Central Scouting has released new updated rankings, and we've got our retirements here. Draft interviews are tomorrow. View the retired players. Who has retired? Sidney Crosby has retired. Ryan Suter, Sidney Crosby, the Magic Man, Eric Stahl, Milan Lucic, Alexander Edler, Andrew Ladd, Wayne Train, Justin Braun, Derek Stepan, Brian Boyle, Marco Scandella, James the Real Deal Neal, Suter, Reeves. Wow, a lot of players retiring this year. Beagle, Smith, Bortuzzo. Derek Ryan, John Moore, Panik, Kruger, Stone, Vatanen, Grant. Wow. Holy smokes, a lot of guys are retiring. A lot of guys that are like fourth liners right now. Any goalies retiring? Stalock, Hutchinson, Dell, and Jonas Enroth. I miss Jonas Enroth. That era of the Sabres was fun for me. But those are the retired players. Nobody from our team. Ryan Sutter is now a coach, as well as Bortuzzo, Dell, Reeves, Simmons, and Edler, all being scouts now. And as far as coaches retiring, no Philadelphia Flyers. So we should be fine there, obviously, and we can conduct our draft interviews. And there are a couple players that I would like to talk to. I think I definitely want to talk to Jordan Gavin and see if he's really 2 years away. Maybe Dmitry Nikitin, too. Maybe, you know what, I'll talk to Nikitin just because he could be that guy that we might pass on because we didn't scout him very much. That could be really, really good. So obviously you guys know I like to start with the play style, go for the weakness, and go for the NHL readiness. Obviously NHL readiness first. At least a few more seasons. So he's 3 years away. What's his playing style? So he's probably not going to be one that's going to sneak up on us. Two-way forward. Oh yeah, no, this is not a guy that I'm particularly interested with. So we'll just talk about his skills. What do you think is your best, or your biggest weakness, I should say? And Nikitin thinks he's more of a skilled player, so he's not very physical, which, oh well. He's not going to be a Philadelphia Flyer, so I'm not too worried about it. I do want to see, though, that it's not Battaglia, right? No, he's potentially 2 years away with a potential X factor. I doubt it. But Jordan Gavin here, the Canadian, with the A+ shooting, A skills, I think he might be 1 year away or less. It's just the defensive category as a playmaker. He's got magic hands, offensive creativity, playmaking ability. He put up, a point per game, just about in the WHL. Guy looks really, really good. We got to. We know for a fact. Wow, why do we know Jace Cyphers is as good as he is, but we can't figure out anybody else? Potentially 4 years away. P. Ristolainen, Posse Ristolainen. We can get another Risto on the squad. Left-handed Risto to pair with right-handed Risto. I don't think I'm going to do that, but man, the scouts really dropped the ball this year. I let them do their thing just because I wanted to get in, get out for you guys. Keep churning through these episodes, but holy smokes. They definitely cannot be left unsupervised. Bourdon may be 2 years away, but I don't think he's probably nothing more than medium top six. I'm going to talk to Jordan Gavin. Jordan Gavin might be our first round pick here. I really like the idea of Jordan Gavin. If he's 1 year away, he looks insane with an A+ shot as a playmaker. He says that he is 2 years away. Okay, so he is 2 years away. We should know his playing style as a playmaker. That's what I thought. And then his weakness is they're probably going to say defense. So I want to see what they say about his biggest strength, right? It's probably going to be his shot is what they're going to say because that was an A+. We knew that for a fact. He said silky smooth hands for sure. Because I have the puck on a string. Ooh, is that a hint? Is that a hint that he's got the puck on a string superstar ability? His strength is his puck skills. Make it snappy is what they say. I disagree that he's a playmaker. I mean, this guy looks, I'm sorry, he just looks so good. Emmanuel Hunter, it's just like we know 4-bar A+ shooting, 4-bar A puck skills, 4-bar A- senses, right? It's just his skating and physical. Like he may be somebody that just dominates as far as just a player that could just go off. And obviously we get into the top six with Valeri Tulupov. Obviously an insane NHL ready player. Trying to look through here for maybe one, Kuleshov. Do I want to talk to Kuleshov or do I want to talk to the goalie? Maybe some second rounders. There's, Zetzinger and Louis Fisher, Kovalev, some different nationalities here than what we're used to seeing. Man, I really do have to take over the scouting because this is bad. Like the fact that we're lucky that we're drafting where we're drafting, but Sergei Safronov, they say for a fact that he's 5 years away, so maybe... Is it still glitched where nobody has any weaknesses? Nobody has... If you scout them, they have no weaknesses. Oh, this guy's got shot utilization. But 3 years away for Nestorov? Okay, maybe we'll take a look at some of these guys behind him. Malcolm Spence, 3 years away. Honestly, looks pretty good. Probably not medium elite, but I like that idea. I like the idea of the defenseman, too. Some of these guys that maybe looks okay that I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Vorobiev. I think I'm going to talk to Vorobiev, interview him, and see how far away he is from the NHL. I use that as a very strong indicator of how good a player is going to be. Is their NHL readiness what they say? Vorobiev, at least a few seasons. So he says he's going to be 3 years away. So he's not going to be somebody that I'm immediately going to fly for. His stay-at-home defenseman, preventing goals is his forte. So now we're starting to get in that era where we can get more defensive and offensive defensemen, and hopefully get more chemistry boosts. I think the chemistry boost, they patched it. I saw the patch notes when they added the goat head for the Sabres, and I think there were just a couple chemistry things. So hopefully, oh, this guy's already 20. I didn't even realize that. God, I gotta pay a little bit more attention to that rather than their NHL readiness. If he's 20 and he's 3 years away from the NHL, he's never going to be a Philadelphia Flyer. But we will advance the day here and go ahead and get to the NHL entry draft and get it underway. The Buffalo Sabres with a first-round pick have Ozolinsh. Oh, my God. That is one hell of a playmaker. But we are going to go ahead and sim to our pick. Boland. There goes to Lupov at 7. There might actually be some decent players. Knight, Vitanen, Misa, Schroeder. Wow. Okay, so we might be able to get somebody pretty good. Up here, there's, oh man, Granato the scouts rank him 6th. They say he's 3 years away though. Like, they know for a fact he's 3 years away. That's 4 bar, 3 years away. I don't agree with him being 6th then, guys. Come on. 2 years away there, 3 years away for Emmanuel Hunter. But Jordan Gavin, again, that A+, the A+ shooting is just, as a playmaker, it's really catching the eye here. You know, he's the best stats guy that we know of. Shooting, puck skills, senses. I'm going to go for it. Maybe he might not have the best overall, but he's definitely got A's in the categories that we care about. So Jordan Gavin of the Tri-City Americans is going to be our 9th overall pick, and he's a 71 medium top 6 with Heat Seeker. But, oh my God, he's already got some pretty nice categories. His defense is lacking, but his shot looks really good. His puck skills are already NHL caliber. Those are NHL caliber puck skills. And he's got an X factor, which will help us as a centerman here. What are his faceoffs? 63. He's really probably just going to be a winger for us then. The shot's not too bad as a playmaker. I think it's a solid pick. Medium top 6. As long as somebody behind him isn't okay. Yep, Bourdon. Yep, medium top 6. That's fine. Granato, medium top 6 power forward. We definitely got the best player so far. Anybody else we pass on? Hunter, only a 64 medium top 6. Kuleshov. All right, there we go. That's a medium top 6 defensive defense. Medium top 4, Nikitin. Yeah, okay, so things are looking good. We probably wouldn't have taken any of these players down here anyway. And it seems like everybody's getting a pretty solid player right now. We didn't overthink it. We went for the guy that we knew had the best underlying stats and ratings. So we're going to just... I think we're happy with that. Hagman here is probably the best overall. I don't know. I wouldn't call that too much of a bummer there. But there's Safronov, a medium elite butterfly goalie. He might be the guy that we were hoping to get that falls to us at the 8th pick here. And I think it was... there's Gabriel Daigle, who's 2 years away and plays like Bobby Lou. That might have been a blessing in disguise. Gabriel Daigle, I look for him. 2 year away goalie, A- reflexes we know pretty solidly. This has got to be the pick right here. Gabriel Daigle is the pick. Yeah, 2 year away goalie at 18. And he is a medium starter at 67, which I guess is not as good as I was hoping for. But hey, medium starter 67, that's definitely somebody that we can keep our eye on and groom. All right, with our next pick here, are there anybody here? There's a couple guys they want us to take, but 5 years away there for that centerman. There's Passy Pettersson. I'm not just going to take a goalie. There's Christopher Arbstreiter. Wow, that's one heck of a name. 1 bar medium elite, Eric Stepanek. Probably is not going to be anything. God, we really don't know anything. But this guy's 3 years away. Cam Squires, he's already 20 though. Maybe he's got an X factor. I doubt it. I doubt he's going to have an X factor, so we're just going to pass on him. Tomi Vatanen. We're going to go for somebody that I know a little bit about. Holden, probably not the guy. 5 years away, maybe. He is 17, but he's got that 3 bar medium top 6. You know, we'll take Jude Holden, I think. I think he's probably the best bet. Stempniak is definitely not going to be anything for us. Steen here, we know he's not medium. Yeah, so there's some players here for our next pick, actually. Nicholas Bang. Maybe I want to go with one of these guys. Telkvist. And then there is Jesus Budens. Maybe I'll just take who's ever... Oh, God. We'll just take 2 of these guys. I'll take Mats Telkvist now, and then I'll take Nicholas Bang with our next pick, because those guys are projected to be picked by our next pick. Low 7th defenseman. That's brutal, man. Oh, man, I really have to take over the scouting because they're not helping me out at all. Passy Pettersson is fringe starter. Arbstrider is a backup. Holden is 46 overall. I'm not going to be too upset about that one. Antila, Lindstrom, yeah, those are some decent potentials, but I'm not too upset by it in the slightest here. Really, nobody that I'm kicking myself for not taking. So let's go ahead and make the pick here. We will go ahead and take a look at Nicholas Bang, 5 years away, but seems to be pretty solid, a really solid goaltender, filling out that goaltending pipeline. Make the pick, medium fringe starter. That's fine. He'll be an AHLer for us. In the 4th round here, we got a 2-bar medium elite goaltender and Stefan Hedstrom. I don't know if I can keep taking goalies, though. We might have to just kind of start taking skaters. Oh, my God. We really don't know anything about anybody. But we think every goaltender's medium elite, though. Our scouts, they see potential in everybody. And that's the kind of mentality that you got to have when you wake up in the morning. You know, I like it. Simon Lamoureux maybe is our pick. I don't really know. Yeah, I guess Simon Lamoureux. 2-bar low elite there. Some other guys here. Kraus with our next pick, probably. No, it's another goalie. Yeah, Lamoureux. Let's go ahead and take him. He's not going to be that great. Medium bottom 6. Sure, why not? Here we go. 5th round pick. Kartinen. Here we go. Kartinen could have an X factor. Why not? Take him. Medium bottom 6. All right, we're filling out that bottom 6. Don't you worry, guys. We're going to have a grinder-centric team, I should say. As far as other players available, there is not really anybody that I'm excited for. We'll take Yuri Malakov, and that's going to be another medium bottom 6. So, theme of the draft is medium bottom 6, but Gavin, Daigle, they're fine for us, and they'll help us see it through. We are just not hitting on our late round picks right now. We've got 2 coaches that need to be re-signed as our AHL head coach. I don't like our AHL head coach, so I'm going to just fire him. He can straight up leave. Bye. And then Jarnqvist. I think our AHL team is it has enough talent to do better than he's been coaching them to do. And then we're gonna give Callie Tarnqvist the option here. He's only got C teaching actually. I'm not gonna fire him. He's probably gonna take the contract. Oh, we got a lot of scouts. I don't know if I should re-sign any of you guys. You guys gave me terrible advice. But Travis Konechny is gonna extend his contract, which is nice. And that's us. The Lehigh Valley Phantoms have fired their head coach. Thank you. I did know I did that. Release Blake Wheeler because he's 38. Jonathan Drouin, 2 years at $5.5 million. I feel like for a top 6 player, we'd still have about $15 million in cap space. I think I'm going to do that. 2 years. I like that deal. Owen Tippett, I think I'll qualify him for sure. As far as other guys, Wade Allison, do you want, what kind of contract? He wants a 2-way deal. Okay, perfect. I'll give him a 2-way deal. He can come up and can go down. Noah Cates, same thing. Do you want a 2-way deal? I'll give him a 1-year 2-way deal. That's fine. Wiley as well. Just help keep that AHL team stocked with talent. Wisdom, yep, sure. That's 2-year 2-way. Does Denoye? Give him 3 years just because I like to fill that out. The other Cates can go. That's fine. Case, release him. And then there's Gavin. So, I mean, Gavin looks pretty good, to be honest. I don't think I'm going to sign him. I'm going to let him play in the... Actually, he would play in the CHL anyway at 18. So, whether I sign him or not. But I think I'm going to leave him unsigned. And I'm going to release Schultz, I think. Yeah, Schultz doesn't have any business being on the team anymore. Neither does Zacharias. Offer him a contract. It's his ELC, though. We'll give him his ELC. Why not? Actually, does he play for the Tri-City Americans as well? No, he's USA Hockey. I saw the red, white, and blue, and I thought maybe they both played on the same team. I thought that'd be pretty cool. But as far as what I want to do here, Ersson. Samuel Ersson, 76 overall. Thompson is going to be in the minors, which is fine. And then do I want to sign Emil Vinny? And give him the option to be our backup. What do they say he is? They say he's an other goalie. They say Ersson is a minor league backup, so we will just give Ersson a 1-year deal. I feel like that's a really, really good deal for us. But our goaltenders are going to be Harton Jones in the NHL, and then Thompson and Ersson in the AHL. Defenseman-wise, it's Provorov, Sanchez, Provorov, Sanheim, Korchinski, Risto, York, Ellis, Wu. Ooh, Ellis. Oh, man, I guess I could kind of bury him. He's not bad, but he's definitely not what he used to be. He's certainly fallen off, and I like the idea of Jet Wu. I really do. 24 medium top 4 defensive defenseman that can't put up any points, but is insane. His defense is just insane, but it does worry me. You know, he was a plus 55. He was a plus 55 last season. Oh my God, he was on the top pairing and he was a plus 55. So yeah, I may bring him back. But then in the AHL, it's Yoel Levy, Wiley, Addard, Andre, Zamula, and Hoberg, with Millman potentially filling in, as well as some of these other guys, Nikitin, who was our first-round pick, low elite, not great. How's he been doing? I might actually want to play him. He played in Russia last season. Can I get him to come over from Russia as a defensive defenseman? We'll give him a contract, I think. At 19, I think he'll play in the AHL if I can swing that. And then forward-wise, we kind of know what our lines are going to be, right? We know it's Couturier, Konechny on the top line with probably Drouin, unless we go out and like just splash cast, right? We need to do something, right? And then it could be Frost, Farabee, Hayes. Now it's probably Frost, Farabee, Brink, Hayes, Tippett, Holmstrom, Paling, Ratcliffe, Delorier, or maybe, yeah, you know what? We've got a couple guys, Lehman, we've got Haltonen. They are going to come up and they're going to play their first NHL action, probably, hopefully Haltonen jumps. So unless there's like a 90 overall that just makes sense for us, that would fit our first line, I don't know how much we're going to do in free agency again. It sucks, but realistically, we're in that position where I don't know how much we can do to improve the team without splashing some cash or, you know, and maybe potentially blocking the path of our young guys, right? And let's sort by overall, right? We want B. Yeah, he can come back. I'll give him a new contract. Offer contract. Let's sort by, yeah, okay. So these are our pro scouts. They're not good, so we will just kind of fire them. We're gonna need a whole staff of NHL scouts. I just kind of want to get the best scouts possible. And then, yeah, these guys, maybe I just don't re-sign them and I see what we need. Yeah, that might be the move. We don't have any scout. I've gotten rid of. We're gonna completely revamp our scouting, and I'm fine with it. There's only one guy that's getting that's sticking around. It's did I not sign scouts last year? I swear I had a ton of scouts, but I guess that wasn't the case. Maybe that's why our scouting was so poor. But here we go. We can simulate up to free agency here, and Yarnqvist is back, and then Drouin is back, Cates is back, Wiley's back, Erson's back. Allison he wants to play in the NHL so that he can walk. Allison, Denoy, Zacharias, Nikitin, and there we go. We should be all set. And there's our one scout. So our two scouts are doing a job for the entire staff. So just gut the thing and restart it because we need to redo our scouting. Owen Tippett is going to re-sign though, and there we go. And we are all set to jump in and see who is a free agent, who is out there that we could go after. The top name on the list is Tyson Barrie, but there's a lot of defensemen. Chikrin is available. Ekblad, Barrie, Buchnevich. There's really not a player out there that I really want to go after. Hedel is a RFA. Patrick Kane is available on a one-year deal as a sniper. He's got the X factor. He fits the second line. Do I do it? Do I go after 1 year of Patrick Kane? I got to say no. I mean, Pacioretty's basically the same kind of player. He's not Patrick Kane, let's be honest. I can't even say he's the same kind of player, just for a lot cheaper. Max Pacioretty, though, as a sniper, what does he fit? Does he fit? He fits the second line, a second line sniper. We have Bobby Brink already. So if we take a look at what our potential lines would be, it would be Frost with Brink on the second line. So they'd probably need a power forward. And then Drouin, Konechny, Couturier is going to get +3 at least on the top line. So I think a power forward for that second line would make sense. So we can find a power forward that fits that middle six winger role. It might help us keep Lehman in the AHL. Haltonen's probably going to be ready. Lehman's not really growing, so I might have butchered that. Whoops. But we'll take a look at forwards here. Power forwards here. Pavel Zacha, 87 overall, power forward, wants 4 years at 28. Wow, he's actually really, really good. He would fit the bottom six lines. I don't like that. Any other power forwards here that are decent? There's a grinder. That's not exactly so many two-way forwards. Power forward here, Pierre-Luc Dubois. Another really solid player all around. Fits the first line, which doesn't spell good news for his second line status. But let's take a look here. I want to sort by overall now and just see if I can find some power forwards. Power forward here, we talked about Pierre-Luc Dubois. I mean, 3 years, maybe 2 years at 3.5 would not be a bad contract to give him. Any other power forwards? There's another one here in Jordan Greenway. Jordan Greenway is perfect. He fits the third line. How is our coach? What is he like? Another power forward here in Hornqvist. We already tried that experience. No, thank you. Ruzicka. 81 overall, power forward again. I wish his senses were a bit better. He fits the top 6 though. I almost don't like top 6 liking that. So let's take a look at our coaching staff actually and see Maddox Flood here. He likes behind the net, carry, shoot, balanced, or behind the net, balance, energy, balanced. So we need a power forward that fits like a first line, like a general first line kind of chemistry. But unfortunately, we don't know what these players' chemistries are. I think, oh God, that's an enforcer and spiller. No, thank you. I will just, there we go. Power forward Zaka is actually the best player available, but he fits the bottom 6. He fits the bottom. He's insane. Oh my God. Was this just because he had one good season? No, he's just insane. What the heck? He's great defensively. He's just can't skate. He doesn't have greatest offensive senses either. But 54 points. He's a plus, though, in Boston all 3 years. He started to tail off. He doesn't put up a ton of points, though. I'd like to find a power forward that can score, too. You know those power forwards that sim and just score goals or put up points. Power forward here, Pierre-Luc Dubois. I mean, didn't put up as many points, but he was only playing 16 minutes a night. Hits a lot. I like him. We'll see if he's good for the locker room. That's his biggest drawback. But again, his senses are a bit better. His discipline's not great, but as a second liner, I think we can go with it. A very well-rounded personality and would fit on any. So we're gonna offer him a contract, a 2-year, $3.3 million deal. He is 27. He'll be 29 at the end of that contract. So we'll see how that one goes. Take a look at potential. Did anybody slip through the cracks? Any really good? Noah Gunler, but Noel Gunler. August Shintsev, SDA. I'll go ahead and offer him a contract. 3-year deal. Okay, why not? As far as potential, though, that's probably it. Let's take a look at defensemen that might have slipped through the cracks from another team. These guys want cheap deals here. Norlinder and McIsaac. Isn't Jared McIsaac playing for the Arizona Coyotes right now? Two-way defender. Oh, that's, Jesus, Aaron Ekblad. I was like, oh my God, that McIsaac is insane. He's okay. How is Norlinder? Norlinder can play either side. I kind of like him. He fits all defensive pairings, so we'll offer him a contract. I know it's not exact. Oh, does he want a two-way? Let's see guys that want two-way deals. There we go. Sort by overall. Actually, no. Sort by potential. And it's just McIsaac that wants a two-way deal. So we will probably just give McIsaac the two-way deal. Offer him a contract. There we go. 3 years. Jared McIsaac, thank you for playing. And let's take a look. Kozlov, a medium elite goaltender. We'll offer him a contract. Just see if we can get him to join the squad as a medium elite goaltender at 19 years old. That would be insane. And then Blomqvist. Blomqvist actually looks really good. We'll give him the max, but we're competing with Toronto. We also have other goaltenders in the system, so at 74, at 22 is very interesting. Bjorklund here. Bjorklund also looks pretty good, but I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to sign those couple guys. I'm going to jump I'll be right back. I'm going to sign scouts and coaches, so once that's all done, we can see who signed with us. So that takes care of our scouts and hopefully our AHL head coach. I went for somebody who's really good at teaching. And do I want to? No, I do not want to just flip Olli Juolevi for a 6th. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. Wayne Clow. Oh, God. Here we go. Here comes the onslaught of scouts that are going to accept our offer. But our scouts look really good now. I got a ton of A's and a ton of B's as far as scouts. And I really took some time to really dive in there. And there's our new head coach. He's only a C, but he's got A teaching. So I'm hoping that he's going to be the perfect guy to groom players down in the AHL. That A- teaching, right? He's got B defense as well. So and he does fit pretty well with the squad. So we'll see if our AHL team can really start to groom and grow and blossom. A guy like Lehman, might be better off down there with this new teaching head coach. We'll see about Haltonen, though. I'm hoping Haltonen jumps, especially with his X Factor. We could play him on the third line and get chemistry boost for us, or even the second line. We'll see. And Kozlov, the goaltender, the medium elite goaltender, is going to sign with us. We have another incoming trade offer, basically flipping third. No, I'm going to decline that trade. That's not a trade that I have any interest in partaking in. And then advancing one more day. Multiple morale changes for anxiety with his new team. Pierre-Luc Dubois is going to accept the contract offer, and so is Jared McIsaac, SDA as well. And then Ian Blomqvist, the medium starter goaltender who's in the mid-70s, looks really, really good, so I'm pretty happy about that one there. We should be a good roster. I'm going to jump ahead, and we're going to just get to next season, and then we can see how the lines look. And I feel like we should have a good season. There wasn't anybody, I mean, Patrick Kane, obviously, but that... I just want to keep getting the young guys in and, start to grow something new. Maybe Haltonen can play on the first line with that X Factor. Maybe get us a +5. That would be really cool. But we'll jump into jump to the edit line screen, and I'll show you guys what we got. Here we are, everybody, ready to go and take a look at what the lines are for next season. And there's the plus. Ooh, Jonathan Drouin's up to an 87. So if we did actually do this, we would get a +3. Although Jonathan Drouin on the second line, that's what we know he's famous for. We'll get a +1 with Dubois and Brink. We could maybe move Bobby Brink to the third line and put Pierre-Luc Dubois on the wing. Could be an option. Ooh, I'm liking the way the team's starting to look. As far as scratched is concerned, ooh, Ryan Ellis is now down to a 79. Let's go ahead and take a look at the roster moves, because Halton and Lehman might have jumped. So let's take a look at goaltenders first. We know it's Hart and Jones, 88 and 81. That's great. And then we've got Thompson, Ersson, Blomqvist, and Kozlov. Maybe we'll move on from Thompson. Thompson can't be happy. He wants to be in the NHL, I'm sure. So maybe we move on from him, and it's Ersson and Blomqvist. That could be a move, and a late-round pick for it. Taking a look at the defenseman, though. Oliu Olivi probably gets sent down. We have 19 skaters now, so Jet Wu is going to play with York. Risto with Korchinski, and then Sanheim and Provorov, or maybe it's Korchinski with Provorov and then Sanheim with Risto, just kind of balancing out that top six. And then obviously York and Wu might actually be really good together. In the system, though, we have Wiley, McIsaac, Adard, Andre, Yoel Levy. Oh my God, Yoel Levy fell way down the pecking order. Teams are offering me like second-round picks for Yoel Levy, so I may look to shop him again. But the AHL squad looks very, very deep. And then in the moment of truth, forwards, Lehman and Haltonen are 80 and 81, so they obviously have to get called up. They are playing in the NHL this season, no ifs, ands, or buts. Best lines it down there. You do your thing, new coach. I'm going to do my thing up here. And what that thing is, we're just going to let the head coach choose. And it's Haltonen getting us a +5 on the first line as an 80 overall with all those X factors. That is the move. That is what's going to happen. Hayes on the fourth line with Tippett and Palin getting a +1. Frost, Lehman, Brink. Is it possible to get a... Moving Farabee down would get us a +1, but I don't know if I want to do that. Moving Frost down or Brink down would get us a +1 on the line with Lehman. Lehman, where do you fit? Lehman fits the first line as well. It would be pretty good, but not quite good enough for me to say let's move him down. But I think we're going to leave the lines like this. We get the +1 with Drouin, Dubois, Farabee. The third line being Frost, Lehman, Brink is probably the best third line we've had. Actually, let's flip-flop Brink and Farabee, because Brink still got room to grow. Farabee, I think his time growing is done. But Frost is, what is he? Who's got the better face-offs? Frost has got 77 face-offs. Lehman's got the better face-offs. So Lehman's going to play on the third line. He's listed as a depth forward. I don't know why. Moving these guys around. Yeah, okay. So we're set there. But +5, Konechny, Couturier, and Haltonen. Haltonen with the X Factor has got to be getting us the +5. Brink with Dubois and Drouin. Farabee, Lehman, Frost, Paling, Hayes, Tippett. So unfortunately, Tippett has forced Ratcliffe and Simon Holmstrom out. Those guys are decent players. Would we get maybe a... Ooh, if we scratched... Maybe I look to shop Farabee. Maybe it's time to move on from Farabee, right? If I put Holmstrom in there? No, that doesn't make a difference. What about Ratcliffe? Ratcliffe doesn't make a difference. Okay. So really, Farabee's going to go there. Haltonen, yeah, we only get a +2, but man, Haltonen getting the +5 for Couturier and Konechny, and he himself is going to, oh man, this could be a really good season for these guys. He put up 55 points in 72 games last year, was a +25 though, worked on what we hoped he would work on. Him and Lehman were awful. Were like a -50. I can look it up right here. Look, they were a -18 his first season. But you can see he's just all around. As a sniper, I'd like to see that wrist shot accuracy go up. I think he's being carried right now by the offensive awareness being so high, but we'll see. Gave it a +5. We'll see how it goes. The second line getting a natural +1 is nice. I'm glad I got Pierre-Luc Dubois. Maybe I want to move Lehman up to the second line. He fits the first and the third line. Frost, Dubois would get us the +1 there. So we get a, do we need the plus? 87, 86, 84, and then we get 85, 81, 84, getting the +1 for Lehman, who's got quick pick. Could be a move. Maybe we do that, and then Tippett. Oh, we get a +1s up there if it's Tippett. Tippett does fit better than Brink. Brink fits, where does he fit? He fits not really anywhere. He's kind of the odd man out right now, but I'm not going to give up on him, right? 84, 86, 87 should be enough to hold their own naturally. And then 86, 82, 85, and then 81, 85, 82. So Hayes, does he get any kind of chemistry anywhere? That's an option. That's an option. Maybe I shouldn't. No, I can't say that. We get a +2, though, if Hayes is on the second line. And then Pierre-Luc Dubois, listed as a third-line scorer, to be honest. Do I want the +2 for Lehman, Hayes, and Farabee? Would I rather have that than a +1, doing this +1 for the bottom line? Our coach does roll all 4 lines. I think I'm going to leave it like this for now. Who's got the best face-offs? It is Lehman. Okay, so Lehman and Halton have made an instant impact. And I even looked at the defense, which gets a +2 with Provorov and Korchinski. And then Sanheim and Wu. Okay, Jet Wu fits the second line perfectly. We get a +2 with Risto and Sanheim. Did they fix that? Now would we have been getting +2s this whole time? Oh, man. But now it's I think I'm going to leave it like that because I do not want to get the minus, and I'd still like to keep the +1. Jet Wu's best spot is right there. Cam York really only fits the top line, and it's not something I really want to do. I'd like to keep Korchinski up there at 21, medium elite. He's going to be absolutely insane. He's already in 83. So I think that we're going to rock like this defensively, and then in goal, obviously, we still have Hart and Jones. What about the power play? What can we look at for the power play? We still get a +2 on the power play with Haltonen, Provorov, Drouin, Konechny, Couturier. And then on the second power play is Frost, Farabee, Hayes, Korchinski, Sanheim. Farabee doesn't really fit, neither does Frost. Do we want to maybe put Bobby Brink on the power play? Get us a plus? No, Hayes, yeah, I think we're fine. Power play line 1 getting a +2 is massive. I think that was the patch I was talking about earlier. But Lehman and Couturier with Wu and Risto, that's great for the penalty kill. Paling, Konechny, Provorov, Sanheim getting a +3. And Hayes, Farabee, York, Korchinski. Man, oh man, I know I was tempted by signing Patrick Kane. But man, maybe we got our own here and Haltonen with the make it snappy on an island. Close quarters. I'm sorry, it's all alone. Schneip. 1T, and it's tricky. Oh, man, I cannot wait to see Kasper Halton. I can't wait to jump into our first game of the season, but that's going to have to wait for the next episode, guys. I think this was a phenomenal, this is the year we turn the corner. Year number 4 coming up is going to be a big one, so stay tuned for that one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.
This a free-for-all, before we fall. This a free-for-all,